Hello from the Northland. So we have some issues that I want to talk about. The first, the last video I made, I talked about putting these in, and these actually came in the day I made the video. So it's a very easy install. I recommend putting them in if you have a similar car. It sure beats this stupid little prop rod. Took our first real drive yesterday with some friends, a couple 100 miles, and so we got a couple issues. We got to take it back to Ford for. One is the lane keeping system quit working. That's actually been about a week ago now. And the stupidest thing of all, the windshield washers, the pump is really weak, so I don't know if there's a blockage in the hose or something, but it doesn't spray very well. The other thing is that when I bought the car, I paid for paint protection, rust proofing, interior protection, and it was supposed to have ceramic coat and stuff. Now I had done my homework and I know what ceramic coat is, but I feel like I was misled unintentionally through my local Ford dealer. And I'm going to show you here exactly what my gripes are. One is, we'll focus in right here. You can see how this is uneven. Up here, this is a quarter hood PPF, and the line should have actually come up higher to encompass the whole vent. Not to mention the fact that this side and the other side are not even. And I used to do this for a living. I didn't actually do the PPF part, but I did the undercoating and rust proofing, and I know what stuff should look like, and this is ridiculous. When I contacted, I'm not going to mention the name of the company because they don't deserve any recognition or advertising as far as I'm concerned. But when I contacted them about the product that was used for the undercoating, the receptionist lady, of course, had no clue. She tried to get a hold of the manager, who didn't answer her phone, surprisingly. And I then contacted a company in I think it's Fridley, called Tint Pros. The receptionist lady, Liz, was wonderful. She listened to my complaints and then advised me that I should come to them, and one of the guys would look at it and see if it was done properly and to see if it was actually ceramic coated. So in the meantime, while I had been on the phone with her, the manager lady from the other company had called me back and told me that the product they used was Auto Armor. Auto Armor is not a ceramic coat. She explained the process. It goes on like a foamy car wash. It sits there for 5 minutes and they spray it off. That is not ceramic coat. Do your homework. I ended up getting to Tint Pros, and they started pointing out all these problems, and the manager, maybe he might even be the owner, I'd have to recheck his business card, Ryan, he kept apologizing for me, or to me, for pointing out all these little things. And I told him, I said, the more you do this, the better it's going to help me. So I ended up leaving there and going to my local Ford dealer at Maury's in Buffalo, and I spoke to Nicole, the aftermarket sales manager, and she was very receptive to my complaints. And in fact, I had spoken to her before the car even went to this other company. When they called me to set up the appointment, I looked at their reviews, and they had a lot of bad one-star reviews. So I had called Nicole back and I said, I'm having reservations about doing this. Well, she promised me that everything would be okay and that Ford would make it right if I wasn't happy. So I go back to Ford and I'm expecting to have to fight with them. Surprisingly, I didn't have to. Now it hasn't been settled yet, but she's very willing to work with me, and hopefully we can get this figured out. In the meantime, I'm going to take it back to Tint Pros tonight. They're going to have it for the week. They're going to redo this messed up product that was on here and do the ceramic coat properly. The other thing with the PPF, for any of you that are thinking about ever having this done to your car, is Ryan told me there are two ways to do this. One is in kit form, which is this is. So the company that makes this PPF has it already pre-cut to fit a Mustang GT. That's why these lines are around the vents and across even the bumper is the same way. And so they just put it up there. It's already pre-cut. They just have to stick it on. At Tint Pros, it goes on in bulk forms. In other words, they put up a piece of vinyl, they take the vents off, and it gets wrapped up underneath so that you don't have these lines. Same with the mirror caps. He told me the fenders don't go up high enough. They should have actually been up here higher. Same with the rear fenders and the door pockets where the door handle is. Should have also been done because your fingernails, and if you ever have dirt on your fingers, can scratch the inside between the door handle and the door. So they're going to correct this, I hope. And my advice is, again, if you are going to have this stuff done to your car, make sure you know who's going to do it. A lot of times dealerships will do this in-house, and it's not necessarily a problem. But if they subcontract it out, check the company that's going to do it. Look at their reviews. Call them and ask them what their process is. Don't make the mistake I did and just hope that everything's going to be okay, because then you're just going to have to go through the headache of having it corrected. I can't think of anything else right now that I'm leaving out. If you have comments or suggestions, please feel free to leave them below. And as always, like and subscribe. Even if you don't like it, hit the like button. All right, thank you.